Oh, right. So this is Tuesday, and guess what day is Tuesday for? Take a guess. Wild guess.
Hey, think just talk about gaming? No,
Yeah,
no,
sure.
movies. No, no, comics. No, no, no.
No, come on. You know this.
Mel, video games. Mel, I can't. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Close.
I don't know why I always forget we do this in English. Like you start speaking English, I was like, oh shoot,
I
it's
have to.
supposed to be
I
English.
I have to switch the channel, right?
Yeah, yeah. Switch the channel. Time
And
to talk about video game.
and speaking of which, switching the channel, talking about games. So that's a good morning and good afternoon and a good evening to everyone who's listening and jumping into the chat and telling us how great we are. This is Power Up Show, the one place where you can come and talk about the video game industry and other minutes of entertainment. And tonight we have, of course, the lovely, the wonderful, the handsome. We have Richard straight from Culiacan. Retro Richard, say hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to be here and talk about what we think will be relaxing, entertaining, maybe a little bit of drama. Will we have drama today? No.
Maybe, maybe. We have a couple of things coming in our way now. You do know the main event, but I do have two starting dishes for you to look at and enjoy. So,
All
first of
righty.
first of all, we've been a week since we transmitted. So let us know, what have you been playing, Rich,
Ooh, what have I been playing?
in this last week?
Uh, Shoot, what did I play? Oh, Ghostbusters, the video game, the remaster from like
Nice.
the Xbox 360 era. It's great. I've been enjoying it a lot. It's a fun
It is.
game.
It is. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that that's actually the Ghostbusters 3 we wanted to see. The script that it is actually written by the original ones, right? So we have a good script over there. It's cool the fact that you get you to be, the new Ghostbuster. You're not playing as Egon or anyone. You're playing as the new Ghostbuster, right?
You're like a fit Ghostbuster. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the rookie.
Even though you don't talk, but you do have a lot of expression.
You kind of. I mean, you don't see his face that often, to be honest. Most of the time, they're showing the real Ghostbusters. But no, it's a great game. And it's, it shows its age a little bit just in game design per se. The graphics, you know, it's a game of its time for sure, but it ages really well. I'm still enjoying it. It's fun. It has enough variety to keep you entertained. Graphics are good. The sound, it's amazing, especially because you have the original cast voicing the actors. So it is really kind of like playing Ghostbusters 3. It is a
Yeah.
really good game, and I think I paid $6 for it or something like that.
So even better. So yeah, I played it a long time ago and it was great. I do have it in my library, right? So it's a good game, and it's a good Ghostbusters game, which you don't see a lot. So I'm grateful
No,
for it.
yeah, well, there's not that many Ghostbusters games, right? I think the
Exactly.
best one before that is, I think it was the Sega Genesis. I think was it
I think,
Genesis or one of the Segas?
yeah, I think so. One of those.
Yeah,
So
that was a really good game.
so what else do you have in mind?
I I'm trying to remember what was I playing right before Ghostbusters, but it was also an oldie game, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I can't remember. But I mean, 90% of my time has been Ghostbusters, and I think it's gonna be Alien Isolation after that.
Aha. Nice, going from busting ghosts to busting aliens. Oh no, the alien is gonna be busting you.
Yeah, pretty much. And don't forget, I was playing RoboCop before that, so I'm
Yeah,
going kind of through my 80s
your
movies.
movies turn to
Yeah.
games. So I guess the next one after Alien, it could probably be the Terminator game. Could be. Also done by the
Oh,
same guys that did RoboCop, by the way. So
Resistance. Yes, yes. Although I've heard it's not as good as RoboCop, but still,
it's not, but it's
it's okay.
still a good blast of the past, and it does sort of take you into the world of Terminator that we've never been before. Not really, which is the straight into the middle of the war between man and machine, right? So
Oh, I remember what I was playing, and like we talked about it last week. Resident Evil 6.
there you go. We're not
Yeah,
we're not
so
going to talk about that. Well, I think we
no,
spent
we're
too
not.
much time talking about that last week.
We definitely spent too much time talking about Resident Evil 6. Yes, we'll not. Let's keep it at Ghostbusters, and hopefully Alien Isolation next week will be the topic.
Sweet. on my,
How about you, Beth? What have you been playing?
yeah, on my end, I've had a couple of hiccups going back and forth. First off, I didn't take a picture or anything. You will see over there that there's my dog, right
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah.
But just besides, there's a HOTAS controller, HOTAS.
Okay. I thought it was something sexual. Okay, good to
Yes,
know.
no, it's not. It's not sexual. However, what I have that right there, quick story time. Um at the beginning, when Xbox Series X came about,
Huh?
I built for my dad. My dad,
Yep.
he's a retired pilot, as you well know. So he was pilot. He retired because he had some issues with his eyes, so he couldn't get his license back. So you know what happens when you clip a bird's wings, right? So a lot of depression came in because he couldn't fly anymore. So what I did is I assembled this full seat and HOTAS equipment. So pretty much a flight simulator per se. And I set it up everything and used an Xbox Series X as a its engine so that he could play a simulation like Flight Simulator and some other helicopter games and stuff like that. So uh,
I remember
that
that.
was that was pretty cool. But now he's moving out of town soon enough. So he was like, you know what? There's a lot of stuff to carry. Just keep it, right? It's all yours. It's my legacy to you. So now I have that big thing right there. There's like a big seat and all the controllers and all the stuff. So that's gonna be neat to you know experience new games in that way. And I just tested Ace Combats with that, but it controls pretty cool. It has the pedals, the controllers, the throttle,
Oh wow.
all the stuff, right?
So all you need is a steering wheel if you want to play Forza.
Yes, in fact, that's in the plan, just to play Forza, and interesting enough to play American Truck Simulator because hey, it kind of works for me.
Why, why not?
Why not? And some other games. Interestingly enough, MechWarrior 5 Clans just came out. It's on Xbox Game Pass, no less. And I
Oh
was very
really?
excited because you can play those games with this kind of setups, but really, really cool. And guess what? The game doesn't have a lot of support for a lot of different HODA systems. And mine, everything works perfectly except the throttle. So you can't
Oh.
move. So that sucked balls because I was like, I have the setting to play this in the coolest way possible, Big Max, moving forward and stuff. And now, well, I'm gonna have to play with the controller for the time being until they fix that. So
Well,
that's
nothing
the
like
sad part.
what was the game was, and maybe that's the game, the one that you could buy like a whole like control setup and you have buttons and pedals.
Oh,
It was in the 360 game.
yeah, that was Steel Battalion for the original Xbox.
Still entertaining. Oh, was
Yeah,
it the original, not the 360 then?
there was a 360 version, but that was with Kinect, and of course, it was dreadful.
Oh,
It didn't work.
yeah.
It
No,
just
no, no.
didn't work. But yes, to be able to get the controller for Steel Battalion on the original Xbox, first of all, it was very hard to find, and if you were able to get it, it was
Expensive.
very expensive because it was this full console with controllers and dials and blips and the switch and whatever. So it was pretty cool, but it wasn't very easy to get, acquire, or pretty much play at all. So it was
Now,
interesting.
that would be an amazing game in virtual reality because you can have the whole setup in virtual reality,
Yes, but just
except maybe the pedal.
exactly. Uh, you, if if you could get virtual reality but keep the physical controllers, That would be awesome
Mhm.
because you have everything, right? Like you can really simulate that experience of going into a Big Mac and
Well,
doing
I
stuff.
was thinking it's an easy way to get that setup without, you know, because it's hard to distribute that kind of setup. Like how many stores are, how many stores are gonna have the whole physical controller? And then two, it's gonna be expensive. So I just thought virtual reality would just be an easy solution where
Yeah.
you don't actually have to manufacture anything, but you can have that sense of pushing and pulling and pressing
Mm-hmm.
buttons.
So yeah,
It's not the
that would be
same
interesting.
spin down thing. I get it.
Yes, I
It's
mean
That's an expensive setup.
it is. I mean this was rather expensive. Um, Talking in pesos, we're talking about with Xbox and TV included, it was like 34K, something like that. So it wasn't cheap. It wasn't super expensive either, compared to just getting like the Steel Battalion controller, which alone was like $120, something like that. It was like very expensive.
And this like 15 years ago, like
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
more.
more. Xbox
Yeah,
One,
more.
like
20,
Xbox the
25
first.
years ago. That's like
Oh yeah, I'm actually switching from saying Xbox One to just saying Xbox the first. Make it sound classier.
OG,
OG. Um,
the OG box.
yeah. So I tested a couple of games with that. I tested, like I said, I tried to test MechWarrior, didn't work. So I'm gonna wait until they patch it up so that I can play that game properly. Everything else worked great. So you could turn, you could, look up and down. You just couldn't move. So sad. I tested a little bit of Ace Combat. Of course, it is made for those kind of games, like for
Yeah.
uh, flight games. So that's awesome. And I'm waiting. I think in November is the release of the new flight simulator. That's gonna be awesome. That's
Oh,
also
I think you're right. I think you're right.
that's gonna be awesome, and I'm definitely gonna be streaming something of that. And I'm gonna try to fix the camera in such a way that we can actually look at the whole setup. So that's
Gotcha.
gonna be the. I mean, I have a big mess right here on the back, so I usually don't show it. That's why we have a very narrow camera. But screw it, it's. I have a whole bunch of stuff over there. But
Oh my
right there,
goodness.
you can
There you
see
go. Focus.
you can see the chair, and just right here, there's the pedals right at the bottom.
I
So
see dinner too.
yes, there's dinner too. Don't blame me. I don't eat that often.
And is that a Superior Spider-Man t-shirt?
No, it's a Deadpool one.
Oh, Deadpool. Okay.
Yeah. So, what else? I played, of course, a lot more of Satisfactory because heck, that's fucking goddamn addicting. You have no idea.
Okay, what happened to Space Marine? Are you done?
No, no, no. I still play a couple of rounds. What I do is I play a couple of rounds of Space Marine, then a couple of rounds of Street Fighter, and most of the time, uh, Satisfactory, because
No.
it just
Are you done with the
puts.
campaign of Space Marine? Are you
Oh
done?
yeah, oh yeah, a long time ago.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
but there's after the campaign there's a lot of missions that you can do and repeat and gain experience and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
gain skills and weapons and stuff like that. So that you have a reason to keep on coming back, right? It's not
Yeah, I
like
just
you just
wasn't
play the
sure if the
campaign and
campaign was.
you're done with it.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
So
Okay.
but yeah, Satisfactory. I finally entered into the uh, train era, which means that I mean I just call it eras because that's how I divide my time. But basically, I now have the technology to make train stations and of course train rails and trains, which means that now I can go to far away resources so that I can gather them and
Yes.
bring them back to
Bring it
base
over.
and
Yeah.
keep on going, right? So it's been pretty fun so far. It's a blast. I know it's coming to console. I don't know when, but highly addicting, and I would definitely recommend it. Probably one of my game of the years, personal opinion. Yeah,
Man. Oh, what?
that
Okay.
much.
Oh, Space Marine?
Probably over Space Marine.
Holy cow. No, wow.
And Space Marine is a hot one for me, of course. But yeah, could be.
This one caught you by surprise.
Uh, could, can you do me a favor and check the stream?
Sure.
I'm not sure if you can listen to me.
Let me let me just Like here.
I've probably been talking my ass off here in the.
Yeah, no, give me also. No, I just heard you talking about your ass.
Oh, perfect. That's the best conversation you'll ever have with me.
I just heard you talking about your ass. There you go.
Okay,
All right,
perfect.
we're good.
Just wanted to be sure that we were actually transmitting. Though, so that's straight on the stream, not on Discord, right? Straight on
Straight
Twitch.
on. I went to Twitch. Yeah, I went
Okay,
to Twitch.
perfect. Good. So, yes.
So what are we gonna do right now?
Okay, so first off, before we go into the main event, I did get a couple of little trailers that I wanted to show and talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this one you should be familiar, and you can see the title, Vampire Survivors. You played that
Oh,
quite a
yeah.
bit, right?
Yep.
So there's
I
a
like
new edition coming on the 31st, and this is going to be a Castlevania based collaboration. You know how the game was pretty much set up as a pseudo Castlevania kind of thing? Now it is Castlevania kind of thing. So let's take a look.
All right, I gotta see it. Gotta see it.
Let's see how this looks. Oh shit. So far it's just animation, but I don't know if there's going to be any gameplay here.
Oh, you haven't seen it yourself?
No. Just watching it. What I do know is
Okay.
there's just going to be like 20 characters from Castlevania, so that's a lot of characters. Yeah,
You might want to bring the volume on the stream.
Is it a little bit better now?
No, it needs to be a little bit louder.
A little bit
game
louder.
is-
Okay.
The game. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, perfect. Uh-huh. So that's a lot of characters. Everyone is here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Pretty cool. Nice.
Actually, now bring it up because I think now we can't hear the game.
Okay.
Bring up the volume. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. And it's gonna be like Castlevania stages, Castlevania characters, Castlevania weapons.
It looks like Castlevania. We got magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Castlevania monsters.
oh yeah. There you go. Some classics.
Oh, the music also. Yeah. That's a lot of stuff going on. Though the game is created that way.
I'm just I can't even talk. I'm just so surprised.
Yeah.
This is amazing. You know, I just wonder how much the DLC is gonna be because they have to pay Konami for this.
That's a good question. I know that in Steam, the game itself is like 40 pesos, which is very low.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
probably like $2.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very cheap, and
Yeah,
that's why I'm interested. Is the DLC gonna be more expensive than the base game?
Uh-huh. I don't know, but all the DLC is rather cheap as well, so
Yeah.
pretty nice. So
All right, you have another surprise.
yeah, but first of all, what do you think about this one? Are you going to jump back into it? I mean, for me,
I think so. As long as the price is not ridiculous, I'm a little I wouldn't be surprised if Konami is like, no, this has to be $15. I'm like, which to be honest might be worth it. 15, that's an amazing game. It's probably worth it, but it just wouldn't feel right for a game that costs like $4 or $5.
yeah, exactly. So who knows? I mean, I don't think that it's gonna be that expensive because the Contra one, the Contra DLC is not that expensive either. So
Okay.
let's see. So far,
But it looks amazing. It's definitely something I would play. It's an addictive game. It's easy to play. It's easy to get hooked. It started this whole thing. It's its own genre. I don't know what it's called, but it's its own genre. And yeah, I'm in. It's an amazing. It looks amazing. It has a lot of nostalgia. The music, the characters, the enemies, and it just has good gameplay. I call it lizard brain gameplay, but it's
yeah.
it keeps you hooked.
Hey, you pretty much touched all the points. I'm right there with you, man. And
Ditto.
yeah, the one thing is I would like to play co-op because it looks as that it would be very fun to play this game in general
Oh,
co-op.
that's right.
But I have it on Steam, so oh well, you have the Steam Deck.
I have it on Steam. Yeah,
We could
I
play.
have it on Steam.
We could play a co-op. That
Let's
would be
do that.
neat. Let's do that.
That'll be
I
fun.
don't know if it has online co-op. However, I'm not sure to be honest. But you know, let's try it out. Let's hopefully we'll be able to
I
play.
think it does, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll
Yeah,
have
me
to
either.
take a look.
Oh, we'll have to take a look. In the meantime, let's jump to the next one. So, quick story time. I don't think you might have heard about either Squadron 42 or Star Citizen, have you?
No. I mean, I've heard of it, but I never really paid attention to it, to be honest.
Okay, so quick story. Star Citizen is the most ambitious, most funded Kickstarter of all times, and currently it's about $700 and so $1 million funding.
What?
So yes, so what's this about? It started as a space flight simulator, which would go perfectly with this setup, by the way. It was pretty much a space flight simulator. It was a Kickstarter. It was by the same guy that did like Wing Commander and some other game, like a space flight simulator games, and it started like that, and people started to fund it, and then it started to grow. So now it's a full Galaxy MMO kind of thing with a lot of economy going all over the place, and you can be a star pilot or you can be a medic in the Starfleet or what have you, and you can have your own little ship or you can have a big capital ships that you need a lot of people to flight them with. And then they put single player into the game, not single player, I mean first person player shooting mechanics, so now you can get off the ship and go and fight with, you know, and you know it became this huge thing that people still thinks it's a big hoax because it's been since I think 2011 or 2016 was the latest when they started to do when the Kickstarter finished, something around that time, and it's been, you know, after the Kickstarter, it's still getting funded. It's so big that it has its own con. There's it's a Citizen Con, it's called Citizen Con. So
Okay.
it has its own convention and it has a lot of presentations, and you can play it right now if you wish. You just need to play like the full price, and you'll get to play whatever is right now in hand, right? And of course, they wipe everything off and bring up the next version of it, and you start again. But you see what's going on with the work, right? This is completely independent. There's no big company behind it, so it's very ambitious. And a side project that goes hand in hand with it is a Squadron 42, which is its first. It's its own like a self-contained story mode, let's say. So you have Star Citizen, which is the big, huge world or universe per se,
Yeah.
and then you have
Yeah,
Squadron
yeah.
42, which is the story mode for it. So
So,
they
but
finally
a contained story within the Citizen.
exactly. Now, since you haven't seen anything of this, you'll get some surprises here. So let's take a look.
Okay.
They released, by the way, not a few days ago. They released the full like an hour and a half session of the starting of Squadron 42, and there's a small trailer for it too. So here we go, and you
Okay,
tell
go
me
for
what
it.
you think. Well, as soon as I can find my mouse in here, here we go.
I do solemnly pledge, mind and body, I will defend the Empire with my life.
Your application
Get a
to the
little
flight
bit
academy
of
has been
Robotech
reconsidered.
vibes.
Captain
Yeah.
McLaren had submitted a letter
Yeah,
of recommendation on your behalf before the battle.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Until you see that there's aliens on the loose.
Yeah.
We may be
Or at least they're not
crew,
bugs like Starship
but the work
Troopers.
we do matters.
I
Welcome
haven't
to
seen
the
this
stunt.
trailer, but I know
I'm
there's
your
going to be
team
some stuff going on there. Well, let's see.
I'm Petty Officer Webster, Chief Mechanic.
Wait, and this is a Kickstarter game?
Yes,
We got you
this is a
flying with
Kickstarter
Lieutenant
game.
Commander Colton. He's one
It
of our
looks
best.
amazing.
Sir.
I mean, even if it wasn't
I'm your new
Kickstarter,
wingman, sir.
and it's
The
just more
name's-
You want me to
impressive.
learn your name and live long enough for me to care?
Baron Actual, you're clear to launch.
Launching in 3, 2, 1.
Have you seen anything in particular that caught your eye?
I mean, some of the actors kind of look familiar, but no.
Oh, they would.
Okay. A lot of the actors, yeah, but I can't place them right now. I'm more. It's just the whole game just has me by awe and looking at everything.
Yep.
It looks amazing.
It looks pretty cool. It's kind of
But I'm
ridiculous.
guessing,
It's kind of
is this
ridiculous.
kind of like an RPG? Or what is
Yes.
it?
Yes, it's like sort of a mix of everything, I guess. This is what apparently this is what Starfield would like to be.
Yeah, but this looks much better. I mean, it just looks like it's gonna have some story. I know the whole military thing just gives
Yeah, of course.
starting point. This makes a great first impression, and given that I know nothing about this,
Well, the one thing is that they didn't show them that many characters here. So
so
just
show
so
me,
you have
go
an
back
idea.
and let's see the actors because they look.
Well, here's one.
Okay. Gillian Anderson. Yep.
Yes. Then let's go a little bit. This is from the full hour thing. I'm just jumping a little bit so you can take a look. So you can see this is a full space simulator, right? So, but it has so many different facets to it that it looks wow. And let's look into.
Any idea what's happening?
So there you see someone.
Strip safety
Oh,
from
yeah.
Goliath.
Gucci, I
Strong.
think is his last
Mark
name.
Strong.
Hit him close. I want him live on launch.
Wait, who's Mark Strong?
That guy.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know who he is. I got his name wrong.
Let's go a little bit further, and there's right here. It looks amazing, man. Like really amazing.
It looks. I mean, it looks like it's like they're cutscenes, but I don't think they're cutscenes.
It looks like a $7 million game. That's what I would say. $700 million game, sorry.
7, yes.
There you go.
Mark Goldman. Okay. Yeah, it looks like for sure. Looks like a $700 million game.
Yes. And just to jump a little bit further, I'll go back into the trailer side.
It's so funny. Like I didn't notice any of that. I didn't notice. Like I knew their faces were familiar, but I was so in awe with the game that
Petty Officer
it didn't
Webster,
matter
Chief
when they won.
Mechanic.
This
Yeah.
will be your new home.
You'll see in a moment.
We got you flying with Lieutenant
Oh, here we
Commander
go.
Colton. He's one.
So him, you will recognize him from Game of Thrones and other
Game of
things.
Thrones. Yeah.
of our best.
And we have someone else here.
the hell is...
Come on.
See, I can't. That one I can't put my finger on it. Who is it?
That would be Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill.
That's Mark Hamill. Oh my
Yes.
God! It's the hair. It's the hair. They're doing
Yeah,
just
it's the
too much-
hair. It looks like way too young for his own good.
Yeah.
He was originally on the Wing Commander games, on some of them, and it was since it was live action for the cutscenes, so he was acting on the games, right? So,
Oh,
so
okay.
he returned to this project, which is from the same guy from Wing Commander, right? So
That's
so-
amazing. Okay. I need to know more about this game because if it's too much simulation, I'm probably not gonna play it.
well,
Just like I didn't play Starfield, but
mhm.
but I just need to see a little more.
Yeah, that would be something. I mean, the Star Citizen will be a lot of simulation, a lot of it, like way too much. So you probably won't get into it. But apparently, Squadron 42 is going to be a lot more character centric, right? So it's going to be a lot easier to just follow up and well, you can see it on this video, right?
Yeah, but this looks amazing. This is way beyond I would ever thought after the introduction to the game. Not that it was a bad introduction, but Kickstarter and all that.
Exactly, but that's why people think that this is a big hoax, or they thought until they saw this particular video.
Until this came out,
because it's been 700 million, and there's no release date or anything like that. Now, after this trailer, let's see here.
There was a scene maybe like 20 seconds ago that gave me Returnal. I wanted to mention it, but you were mentioning something, so I didn't want to enter.
Nope.
No, this game looks amazing. I am extremely surprised, and I might give it a try. Just depend if it's not too simmy, I'll give it a try.
Well, the thing here,
It
as far
looks
as
amazing.
I know, it's PC only. I don't know if they'll bring it to consoles, but
Oh, I'm sure if they're spending 700 million,
yeah,
it's coming to consoles.
yeah, you know, probably if it becomes a big success after everything that's happened, it could be. Now, the reason why a lot of people think it's a big hoax also is because there's like whole bunch of different packages, right? Like you can buy the, I think it's like $60 or $70, pretty much a standard video game cost, and you
Yeah.
start with a single ship, and you know, there you go, all over the world, and also with the Squadron 42 story, right? But for the open world, it's just that. But there's packages where you can buy several ships, or you can buy like a full fleet, and you can buy this capital huge ships and stuff like that. And that's I think the most expensive package is like $1,000, like 1,000 and
Oh,
something. Yeah,
That
so,
seems, yeah.
yeah. So a
So-
lot of people they're like, "Eh, no, this is just a money sink, and you know they will never release it and whatever." But the reality
Something's
is,
got to give. You can't have a
Yeah.
package that costs $1,000, so
that's
not.
the idea for that package is that it's a full fleet, which means that you get a bunch of the guys that play with you, right? So you say, hey, you know, everyone pitch a little bit, and we'll get a full fleet for a good price or something of the like.
Oh, okay. So it's like you're getting individual games for different people.
Exactly. Not only that,
Okay.
but since the game itself or the MMO side of it, like I said, it's going to be driven by full economics and stuff like that. There's just going to be a lot of jobs throughout the game. So, like I said, you probably could not even own a ship, but you can become like a doctor or an engineer or a pilot for one of the pilots for the bigger ships, right? So you can play in that way.
Okay.
There's going to be several different ways to play it. There's also like land vehicles and stuff like that. You saw there's like a boats and a bunch of that. It's so huge, it's really hard to explain. But I'm excited. I'm excited after watching.
It looks
Squadron
it looks
42.
amazing. Again, it's a game that I maybe wouldn't look twice at it, but I mean, just because of the genre. But when you show me this game looks bonkers. It looks amazing. It's like you're playing. It's like you're reliving, or not reliving, but you're living the outer space fantasy, or you're
Mhm.
watching an amazing, space movie. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. This is a great surprise. I'm very, very excited.
Okay. And finally, of course, let's
By
get
the
to the
way,
main.
I did
Huh?
while you were giving the intro to this, I was looking at Vampire Survivor to see if it was online, and it's not. It actually doesn't even have
Oh.
co-op right now. It's gonna have co-op with the Castlevania thing, but it's local.
Yeah, that sucks.
So yeah, I
It,
know.
it,
Sorry.
it would be awesome to play, but
I
hey,
was
you
like-
know, it's a game done with like 3 pesos and 4
Yeah.
bubble gums, right? So, you know, can't complain.
Oh no, for sure.
All right, so to get to the money of to the final side of the event, we have the Xbox Partner Preview from October. So that was not long ago, a couple of days ago. I haven't seen it. I don't know what they showed up. So why?
I only
not
know
give
that
a
it
look?
showed up. I have no clue what it is.
Yeah, me either. I'm pretty sure that since it's a partner preview, it's going to be third-party games. So
Yeah.
I'm just hoping there's like surprises, like stuff that we haven't seen before. So let's jump into it and let's talk about it.
Alrighty. Let's
You'll
do
let me know
this.
if the volume. I'm trying to be a little bit lower so we can talk, but you let me know if it's too low. In the meantime, well, what are we expecting from Xbox? Flight Simulator for me.
What am I expecting? But well, this is third party, so it could be.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have no
it
expectations.
could be
for
anything
this.
really.
It could be anything.
I keep coming back to this page.
What's going to be interesting then? Most of this stuff, of course, is probably going to be
It's
like
he's warning us.
straight to Game
But
Pass,
about
right? So
what? I mean, what does it mean?
I would
this
imagine.
is-
Alan
this
Wake.
is
Alan Wake. Which they already announced.
The
the DLC, right? So I'm guessing this is the DLC.
Yeah, this is
This
just
is
the
Agent
DLC
Kieran
probably.
Estevez responding to an AW
We saw it on
alert in the
the
vicinity. I need to
showcase.
speak
I
with the
forget the
Marmonts.
exact title.
But the water could not flow.
But the water couldn't flow.
Became trapped, stagnant. The pressure kept building.
Experiment. I haven't played I played the original one a little bit, but never really got into it. I might give it a shot again.
I like the original, but I mean it's a product of its time, so it's a 360 game for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's also the American Nightmare side
Oh
game.
yeah,
So,
that I did not play.
Yeah, I have. Of course, I haven't played it either. So now this is a little bit of Control, I think. You know the stages.
Oh yeah, the DLC is supposed to be control,
Yep.
more of a control side of things, which I enjoyed a lot. The worst map in video games, but I like control.
Everyone says that about the maps. That is horrible.
It is.
So
The Lake House.
expansion Lake House. Okay.
Find out how Remedy is bringing
The
darker
Lake
tone
House.
and horror elements to
Okay, I
Alan
mean,
Wake 2's
I haven't
second
played the second,
expansion,
obviously.
The
I
Lake
won't play it if I don't
exclusively
play the
on
first one. So
Xbox Wire.
eventually, I'll try it.
Actually, I don't know if this is the same expansion that we talked about last time,
Could
because
be.
the other one seemed to be more control focused, but maybe it
Yeah.
is. I can't remember.
Maybe it's part of it. So there's another horror game. Bloober Team.
Bloober.
Oh, there's gonna be one of those remakes. No.
Oh, you think?
Oh, Bloober. They usually do remakes, right?
I can't picture them right now.
Let's see.
I mean, it has definitely a scary vibe. Maybe they're going for scary games since we're so close to Halloween. Two somewhat scary games.
What the hell?
I like the image.
Wait a second. Callisto Protocol, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like a Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be something akin to Callisto Protocol. I know that there's a side Callisto Protocol game where you're not the inmate, but you're like a guard or something like that. So this could be it.
Okay.
Yeah, it does have the vibe. Yeah, I think this might be Callisto Protocol. Or whatever name they put to this side game. I mean, it's
Well, it
gonna
looks.
go-
It's hard, you know. Most games just look amazing nowadays. So.
But that's the thing. This is cinematics, right? So not even.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I mean, sure. Nowadays, most cinematics are done with in-game graphics, but still, you know, if I
Yeah,
don't
it's
see
a
the
controlled
gameplay,
environment.
yeah, if I don't see the gameplay, I'm not, you know, straight into it until I actually see gameplay. What the hell?
I don't think it's Callisto
Chronos,
Protocol.
the New Dawn. Yeah, I think this is the Callisto Protocol side game, Chronos.
You think?
I
I
think
mean,
so.
you would think that we'll have Callisto Protocol somewhere in there.
No, they changed the name, probably for the best, because Callisto
Yeah, I know
Protocol
that,
wasn't
yeah.
that well received at the end. So, oh, it does have some gameplay. Now we're talking. And not anymore. Okay. Let's see. Double 11. I don't know what this is. But hey, at least they have in-game footage.
What was the name of the last game?
Chronos something.
I want to see if it's related to.
Yeah. Chronos without an H. Just Chronos.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I have no clue what it is.
No, so Bluebird Team is the one who made Silent Hill, the remake.
There we go. Well,
so
I
it's
was
not,
sort
it's
of-
not related to Callisto Protocol, but it
Okay.
has that vibe.
okay.
Is this Ghost Runner 3?
A blind
No.
fire. Nope.
Alright.
Very generic.
Eh.
Is a unique
Yeah.
shutter that removes light from the equation.
Uh-huh.
Find out how the project came to
Oh,
be
okay.
exclusively on Xbox Wire.
What's Xbox Wire?
Xbox Fire. Yeah, I know.
Xbox. What?
So that should be. So that interests me, but I don't know how that's gonna work if everything's dark. It's not until somebody shoots that you can see stuff.
Oh, look, this is Yakuza.
Yeah, it's Yakuza. Yeah, or like a dragon.
Yeah. No. Is it like a dragon? I mean, like a dragon didn't have this one guy, but it could be. There's like 3 different like a dragons now, I think.
Yeah, I just don't think that this is called Yakuza. Yeah, I think it's.
Oh, it is the you know, one of the main characters from the Yakuza games, but it's like completely bonkers. It's like a pirate
Yeah,
story.
it's a different take.
Yeah, it is a pirate story kind of thing. So each
Oh,
time
wow.
they make these games a lot crazier, but everyone loves them. So hey,
Hey, as long as they're fun. But this is. Did they go to the past or these are modern pirates? What the hell is?
I don't know. This looks crazy as fuck. Looks totally bonkers. Yeah, there's like a mix of old and new, I guess. Goro is the name, yeah. Look, the Colosseum.
This looks fun. It just looks like a fun game.
Yeah.
It's like what Ubisoft should have made a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, forget about all the mysticism and stuff and just make them fun, right? So.
What is this? Like a
Like
dragon.
a dragon, pirate
Pirate
Yakuza in
Yakuza
Hawaii. Sounds like Beetlejuice goes Hawaiian.
Oh
coming on the
man,
21st.
this is hilarious. Yes, I think you know I want to say I'm gonna play it, but I've never played a Yakuza Like a Dragon game. But this one looks so fun, so stupid, and
Yeah.
so just bonkers.
I played a little bit of the first one, or more like the Yakuza 0, but not that much. It came from the source. Hey, look, this is gonna be something like Cuphead.
Cuphead. It's probably them, I would imagine.
Could be.
Gabe Clark, the guitar. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, it is a first person. All right.
This has to be the same people, right? It's like,
Not necessarily. Whoever did this probably just say like, hey, if this was a hit, maybe we could do something about it in 3D. So.
no, but look at the animation. I mean, that's him. That's somebody drew those. That had. Let me see. I'm gonna look. What's the Cuphead creator? You know?
I don't know the name. Can you check it?
I'm looking here.
I don't think it's the same guys.
MDHR. So let's see.
Let's see in a moment. Looks funny. Funny enough. Not something I would be like too into playing, but looks funny. Fumi Games.
Fumi Games.
Nah, that's someone else.
I'm so disappointed.
Now, like I said, you know, it has to be someone else that to say, hey, you know, this kind of art was a hit, so let's do that too, in 3D. Chronos: The New Dawn. What? That was it?
It looks like it.
Ah, there we go. There's more.
One more. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at this new game, LCI.
This looks like Subnautica. Probably is Subnautica. Probably new Subnautica. Subnautica, if you don't know, it's a survival game based, of course, on the ocean. So you have to.
I played it for like 10 minutes.
Ah, there you go. So this is probably the third, I think. There's already 1 and 2, or I don't know if Subnautica 2 came to consoles. So
I think it did.
oh, that's gonna be co-op then. Looks like co-op. Or PvP. Ooh. That's a big Kraken. Yeah, there we go. Subnautica 2. Okay, so it wasn't on consoles, so now it's going to Game Pass. I'll try it on Game Pass. Why not?
Why not? Exactly.
I played the first one, so.
As you try to survive on an all-new mysterious alien planet. Learn more exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Oh, okay, so Xbox Wire has to be some sort of like a channel, YouTube channel or website or something like that. Because they say learn more at Xbox Wire, so yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, they say this game is awesome. I don't know. I don't see it, but yeah, they say that this game is like, oh, the next big thing in Metroidvanias and whatnot.
What is it called?
Animal something.
Then who knows what kind of shady shadow stuff these shadows are gonna do next in the shadows.
But I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm.
The trailer's not doing it for me at all.
Yeah.
These shadows are evil, but some are not. And we have
It might
to
have
get
like
the
a
shadow of
good
the shadows.
ideas, but
Realize
it's
the
not
shadow
really
shadow
making it for me either.
No.
A lot of people rave for this game. It's like, whoa, it's the next best thing. Animal Well.
Today on Xbox.
It's alright.
Oh, that's available today. Well, not today. Whenever this came out, last week or earlier.
Eden Zero. It has to be an anime game. Yeah. So I guess it's like an action RPG kind of thing.
It looks more like a Dynasty Warriors to me.
Nah, yeah, you're probably right.
What is that type of game called? I forget.
Do they have?
Musha?
I'm not sure. I can remember
forgot.
like the how they call those kind of games. Musou, I guess.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Musou, those were, if I remember right, the name of the Samurai Warriors and all of those games was something Musou, so they started calling those kind of games Musous, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's more or less the background. But it looks so slow that it kind of, I'm kind of falling asleep. Just
Yeah,
watching.
this game did not do it for me at all. What
What's
is
this?
this?
Burn everything. All right. Freeze everything.
It's Frozen, the movie.
Yeah.
Frozen, the video game.
Throw.
I don't know, it
So-
looks so bland.
Uh-huh.
Everything looks bland. It's pretty, it's bland.
Yeah, it looks pretty. What's happening here? Oh, I think I know. I have, for some reason. There we go. Sorry about that. Little technical issue there. So you are like whatchamacallit, The Last Airbender.
Can you bring the volume a little bit up?
Okay.
I think it went down with, or something happened.
Yep.
There.
Better.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty, but I don't know if that would be something that I would be eager to play. On the other hand, it's on Game Pass again, so it's no surprise.
You're like, yeah, it looks okay. Okay, it's a Game Pass game.
I'll give it a try. This kind of feels like a Souls thing.
Yeah.
Not anymore though. I'm not sure.
seen the gods shadow
I don't know what I'm looking at.
into gilded mist.
Gilded Mist.
I have seen the hunters awaken. Steadfast heroes among them,
Yeah, it looks very soulish.
and treacherous villains as well.
A little bit more actiony though.
Feeling
I
we've
have
seen that.
seen the thrones brought low, faiths torn asunder, and all that still live before the end.
I'll be honest, this one's not the net from me at
Struggle
all.
in anguish
Yeah, it
and
looks
despair.
generic fantasy, soulish kind of thing. The designs, they feel like they're going like for too much. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try it if it's soulish. I always try them, even though most games suck. But there's sometimes you get some surprises here and there.
Code Vein.
Code Vein
But
was
I
okay.
get to see the ember.
Which has
that
souls.
can rise against
What was the name?
dark.
One that was like a very futuristic. It was pretty cool. I can't. It starts with an S. Yes. Westfall Hunter. Okay.
This one didn't do it for me. I
It
think I'll
looks-
play the last one before I
Mistfall Hunter crosses Souls-like and extraction
Souls-like.
games to make for something brand new. Find out more exclusively
I've never actually
on
understood
Xbox
what an
Wire.
extraction game is because I've seen like several different ways to play an extraction game. So.
Yeah, I don't see how this will be. Yeah, I'm not sure how the extraction works in that game. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. Maybe.
Probably have to rescue someone and then get the hell out or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, the only one that I can remember really well is when we played Division, when we played the PvP, and then you have to extract your gear.
Yeah.
That was.
That was as
That was
close
something.
an instruction as we can possibly play together. Okay. One of those feel-good games, I guess. Sure, I guess. This is bike racing with a feel-good vibe, and sure,
Customize your bike. Great.
customize your bike. Rome.
Well, I gotta say, at least I kind of like the style of the game, but it's not something I like.
Yeah, something I will probably spend time playing, but you know,
But you know what? I bet you in portable, maybe.
and it's going to be on Game Pass, so there you go. You can try it on portable.
When Xbox releases their portable system.
What did you see? Okay, never mind. We're coming.
Well, you could technically play it on the Steam Deck if you
Hello?
tamper with it,
Stream? Well, yeah, that's it.
which I don't think you will.
I'm too lazy.
Yeah, me too. I used to temper a lot with stuff, but right now I'm like so lazy that the best tempering I can do is in Satisfaction.
Yeah.
Satisfactory. Sorry. So you have an... Oh, this could be Phasmophobia for consoles. That I knew that it was coming. There you go.
Mm.
Do you know?
Is it good?
Phasmophobia is pretty much. We could play it. We could play it. It's
My
they're
dearest
pretty okay.
child,
You're
this
like a
island
paranormal
offers
investigators
everything
in the
we
modern
need
world,
in
so
precious
you have to go into houses and
Vast
Oh, okay.
forests,
try to figure things
rolling
out with
rivers,
technical
and
stuff,
mountains of
and
rock and
you
ice.
try to figure out like some clues
You are
before
old
the
enough now
ghosts or
to know
the
that
entities
for
or
every
whatever
bit
get
of
to you,
goodness in
right?
this
So
world,
it's just
in a
pretty
frozen
cool.
forest
Okay.
exists.
Yeah, that sounds
The
interesting.
earth
I'll give
Yeah.
that a try.
Yeah, those kind of games. There's like a couple of them already. Like there's Phasmophobia and some other 2 or 3 games that do something similar. There's also the Ghostbusters game, the online one, which actually does the same kind of thing, right? But with a lot more Ghostbuster flair. This one is more like trying to be like more realistic. Like one of those shows where you see that we're trying to reach out to investigate what happened with the spirits in this house. You know?
Gotcha.
And it's co-op, like a 4-player co-op, I think.
Oh, really? Okay. That
So
sounds like
everyone has to be, you know, on their toes and trying to investigate and check what's going on. This looks sure.
looks interesting. Yeah, I think I would give it a try.
505.
I didn't like too much the design of the faces in the characters, but okay.
What's this?
I will not rest until all traitors are silenced.
505, but they're good publishers. They publish a lot of like you know, indie games and stuff. So they're pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, 505, they have a good track record.
Yeah.
I just have no clue what this is.
Huh. Souls like in the Chinese.
Yeah. Sounds like I should say that.
Now everyone wants to be Souls like, I guess. But you know,
Yeah.
the thing about Souls like is not the combat as much. It's more like the settings and ambience. Because if you really check it out, most action RPGs are already like sort of like a Souls-like gameplay, right? Just a bad one. You know, From Software just perfected that combat in a sense, I guess.
Well, it's not just the combat itself, it's also the give and take. Like, keep going to the next checkpoint, or do I return and save, but then I have to re-kill everybody that I just barely killed. But
if you die, you lose
like,
your resources
just
and
around
stuff.
Yeah. But I think I'm just around the corner. Maybe if I just take a few extra steps and then boom, you're dead.
Yeah.
So it's a give and take that very few games are able to balance. And that's kind of what I miss from Elden Ring, to be honest. Because Elden Ring is so open world that it's kind of... There was really no reason, and you can teletransport too at any point.
But I think that Elden Ring was more like, yes, we're gonna give you exploration open world, but once you get to the castles and stuff, or the keeps or whatever, that's when it turns again into a Souls-like 100%, right? So it's more like we're gonna give you a lot of smaller-ish dungeons instead of this full world where you're gonna have to be looking, you know, left and right, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, this graphically
I
looks
think
good.
what did it... Yeah, no, this I'm actually very interested. Wuchang, Fallen Feathers. Okay.
But the problem here is, like you said, right? It's really hard to have a bad-looking game nowadays.
This place was always dangerous.
Even for indie.
Yeah.
Right,
And
so
weird.
I don't know. Is this Alan Wake again?
Policy
It
and
looks like
procedure
it's
used to
something
keep us
related.
in control. But now we need a
Oh,
new
this is a
approach.
co-op thing.
Okay.
The cleanup crew.
Yeah. So it's probably like the cleanup crew from Control. I don't know. I've never really played Control that much, so I
Well,
wouldn't be
this
able to
looks
tell.
fun. You know what? Not as bad. I mean, Control had a really bad map, but the gameplay was amazing. That's what I enjoyed the most. So this is a little bit more first-person shooter because Control is a third-person action game. But I don't know. Maybe they pull it up. But this seems to be fully like a... Is this PvE? Yeah, it is PvE.
Yeah, apparently it is like a 3-player co-op thing.
Welcome to
FBC.
Firebreak.
All right.
Interesting.
Learn how Remedy
I don't think this is
FBC.
Remedy's
its
main
first
game.
ever multiplayer game, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Multiplayer, yeah. It's just Remedy with a multiplayer game.
Wait, did it just say exclusively on Xbox Wire?
No, again, Xbox Wire is some sort
It's
of
just
website
information.
or whatever, just to get information.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think now that was it.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Maybe there's a surprise at the end.
Probably, maybe. Coming to Game Pass, just 5 of them. Entral Strand, Firebreak, Wuchang, Subnautica 2.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's it. Well,
That was decent.
yeah, I mean, the good thing about watching this kind of showcases for Xbox specifically is the fact that you know what's coming to Game Pass.
Well, yeah,
because
sure.
you usually something like this from Sony is like whatever is whatever you're looking at is probably going to be on Xbox too. But watching the partner previews, you know what's coming to Game Pass, and that's always a plus. But yeah, not
Well, I guess a better way to measure this: are there any games that you would buy on your own here without coming to Game Pass? What would be their top 3 games that you would actually buy?
No, none of this would I actually buy. I mean, I know for a fact a lot of people would buy the Yakuza one, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, Yakuza.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that already has a big following, right? Like a lot of people like that.
Well, the Alan Wake, although I haven't played Alan Wake 2, but it is on my radar, and I'm pretty sure I would like to play the whole package, Alan Wake 2 and the DLC.
Yeah, sure, I'll give you that. A lot of people did like Alan Wake 2, so DLC, it's
The Wu Chen one looked interesting.
that looks interesting enough. Subnautica, I like the first one, so I'll probably give it a shot.
What else?
Well, let's go back.
I
into
can't
the
think of
list.
anything. Yeah.
Here we go. So from this, there's Alan Wake 2. We know that a lot of people would buy it alone. Well, we'll have to, because I don't think that one is coming to Game Pass. Chronos, I don't know. It's just another
I need to see more.
horror kind of thing. Yeah, we need to see more of it to really learn. This is going to be a big hit because it's Yakuza, and Yakuza is always a big hit, so
Yeah.
that'll work. The mouse game, not really. I mean, it looks. I mean, technically speaking, it looks awesome. Because how
If
they
it
incorporate
gets an 8, if people say it has a good gameplay, I'm buying that. To be honest,
there we go. The
as
first
long
one.
as the gameplay is not boring or repetitive. If it has
It
a
is
decent
shooter.
gameplay, people are like, then yeah, it's a shooter. So hopefully, if it's not a boring shooter, because shooters can be boring.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty, for instance, can get boring really fast, in my opinion.
True.
So that just depends how it turns out. But
Yeah.
let's keep going. Subnautica, nah. Animal Well,
I'll try it if it's on Game Pass. We'll see it in a second. If it's on Game Pass, I'll
Yeah.
definitely try it. Animal Well, like I said, a lot of people rave for this game. That is so good, but I don't know. Call me elitist, but I'm very tired of indie games, right? You know, sprite-based games. Just because we're indie, we're gonna do a sprite, and you know, it's gonna be like heck. Friggin' Satisfactory. That's an indie game. It's been 5 years in early access. It finally released, and it's awesome. And it's 3D, and it has big production value. So now they're saying, you know, it's a pixel-based game because we're indie. I don't know if that makes the cut for me. So Animal Well, I
Yeah.
don't see it.
yeah, I'm in the same boat.
And then Zero, whatever. Eternal Strands, just because it's going to be on Game Pass, I'll test it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, I would
Or
definitely
Missile
not buy it.
Hunter.
Missile Hunter
Or
either.
Werewolf.
No.
Phasmophobia, I'm interested. But
I'm gonna tell you something. Phasmophobia is already on Steam. It's been for a while now, so
oh, yeah,
if we wanted to play, we will probably just play it on Steam instead of Xbox. To be honest.
let me add it to my wish list. So
Yeah, we can
when
try
it
that.
goes on sale,
Definitely.
I'll buy it.
And
Oh,
it's
what
always
happened?
on sale and it's very cheap, so. So that's a good thing to have. Let's see. I want to see how expensive it is. Like in pesos, we're talking about $10.
It doesn't want to show on my thing.
$10 to $15.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, $20 actually.
$20. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes the pesos are a little bit cheaper, and
Quite cheaper.
I don't know, man. I've noticed that a lot. If you buy it in pesos, it's cheaper than US.
Yes. So right now you're in Mexico, so you might as well take the advantage.
Yeah, and it's verified. So yeah, I'll just wait for a sale.
Yeah, just wait for.
Do you
some-
have it?
No, but it's on my wish list, so we can get it in any time. When it's on sale, we can just get it in. Oh, and look, it also has, not that you will play because you don't have like a BR's thing, but it does have VR,
Oh, it does.
which
That
would
be
make it a
cool.
lot creepier.
Yes, a lot more. All right, what else do we have? Is this all the games?
The
Really? No,
Legend
this.
of the Legend
no,
of
it is.
Babu, yeah, the Legend of Babu. It looked visually very nice, and
But I wouldn't buy it, to be honest.
exactly. I mean, it looks nice, but that's about it. It doesn't really call
Yeah.
me on it. Wu Chang, if it's on Game Pass, I'll play it, I guess. It's gonna be another Souls-like game, so I'll just give it a shot. And Firebreak, it is gonna be on Game Pass, so we could probably just test it out just for the giggles.
Yeah, that's interesting though. I don't think that's gonna be a hit. I mean, I'm gonna try it, I think, but I don't think that's gonna. There's too many shooters out there.
Yeah, way too many. And here are the Game Pass ones. So from this, I mean, we already pulled off everything that it's on Game Pass. There's Phasmophobia, which is probably the only one game I would actually buy. Yeah, just to play around and do stuff, whatever. Now, from the Game Pass line, I can see 1, 2, 3, probably 4 games that I would give it a shot. Will World,
Which
I'm
one
not
wouldn't
really
you?
interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not me. But,
Yeah, me neither.
But Eternal, this looks okay-ish. Wu Chang, it looks decent enough.
Yeah, it looks decent enough.
And Subnautica, like I said, I did like the first one, so I'll probably give it a shot. And that's about it.
I mean, it was still a decent, like, it had good games in it. Nothing outstanding, but it had good games. Give it a 7 to 8, 7.5.
Yeah,
Out of 10.
it's just a shame that you bring third party partners, and you don't see something that really blows your mind, right? They're all like, oh, okay games, but nothing that you say, oh my god, I finally have this new thing to look at, you know?
I'm not surprised because they just had the Xbox showcase, so they showed all their big guns like during the summer.
True.
And it's right, so everything that was gonna make a big splash already came out during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprised that we got this. Like I wasn't expecting this. I didn't know it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And the games are, I would say they're better than average. They're generally good. They seem so. It's just an odd thing to do in October.
True, and especially when December is right around the corner, and you know December is always the big announcements with the Game Awards. So
yeah, and
there's
none of
that.
this is pushing for games where they're gonna, these are games that are next year for someone. I think there was one that came out today. I mean, the day this was announced. But other than that, they're all in the future. So it's not like they're making a push for the holidays. So it's just a little bit weird that they decided to do this partner preview. I'm are not pulling on it, great. The more info, the better. It's just it just came out kind of came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere on an odd time, but
Yeah.
at least we know what to look forward to in the next couple of months, right? Or at least you know what's coming to make an educated guess and say, I can't wait for a little bit further down the year. But hey,
For
There you
sure,
have it.
Microsoft at this point has a big catalog in the next 2 years or so. Whereas in Sony, we don't really know much about Sony other than there's a Death Stranding 2, and then what is the samurai game? The Ghost of something.
yeah, Ghost of
It's
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima, but the sequel is called something
Yeah,
else.
Ghost of Yotei.
Yutei, there you go.
Oh, by the way, a small little tidbit of news: Spider-Man 2 is coming to
On
Steam, of
PC?
course, and for some reason, Sony decided to cancel all the DLC for the game. There's not going to be any more DLCs. That's it.
I'm okay with it.
There was like sort of a big pipeline for DLCs for Spider-Man 2, and all of a sudden, wham, we're done. So
No,
I
I
don't
don't
know if
think
they're.
they're done. I think you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do what they did with Miles Morales. It's just gonna be its own separate game.
Oh no, but I mean
That's what I think.
they'll see more of the throws of new costumes and stuff like that. Not so much like a story expansion, but
Oh, I thought they were talking about story expansions.
maybe that's part of it. I haven't checked the full story of it. I just remembered that I saw a little bit of it, and the word is that pretty much they're like all of a sudden we're canceling every single DLC. There's not gonna be DLCs for Spider-Man, so yeah, that's kind
Again,
of
I'm
odd.
okay. I'm okay. The DLC for the last Spider-Man was okay.
I mean,
I don't think it was.
the one thing that I hope for is that there wasn't no Ultimate Edition or anything like that was promising all this DLC, right? Because if that's the case, then I would be pissed. It's like if they
yeah.
said in Space Marine, hey, guess what? Remember we said that we would have like a full seasons and stuff? Not anymore. We're not doing any DLC. I would be pissed.
I played the DLC for the original Spider-Man, and it's okay. I think there was 3 of them. One I enjoyed more out of the 3, but they were just fine. I'm okay. Like I'm fine with no DLC. I'd rather them use that time and resources to create a full story game. Yeah, it's just a full story game with a beginning, a middle, and an end, as opposed to this little small additions. So I'm okay. I don't any ideas they have for the DLC. I guarantee you they're just gonna get applied on the next game, which I think is gonna be a Miles Morales game. And I won't go into details because you haven't played 2, but I highly recommend, since it's coming out of Steam, that you take it out for a spin. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll definitely will. I mean, I enjoyed the first one and I played it on the PS4, right?
Yeah.
So I liked it a lot, technically speaking, and story-wise and everything. It was pretty good. I did like it, so definitely I want to test the second one. And the Steam will be the perfect place to do it. I'm game.
Yeah, and do you have the widescreen
No.
monitor?
No.
Oh, okay. That's next.
I was this close to get it, but I decided to go for a flat one, a big flat one.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I would, get used to having this full thing and having to.
Yeah, it is.
So,
That's a lot of real estate. So for sure.
yeah,
It's kind of like being too close in the theater where you have to turn around to see everything.
The first Matrix movie. I remember that we went through theaters, but it was too late to get tickets, so I got the tickets like straight on the first row, at the bottom.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Yeah, and the movie starts, and you know how does all like the green thing, and then the black screen, and there's just one cursor at the corner. But I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on here? And I was like, oh look over there. You end up with a back neck head. So yeah, I'm not sure if I would get used to it And since I use the monitors for work as well, I'd rather just have everything flat and just have
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
you know, a 35-inch monitor, but kind of fits my area of vision well enough so that I don't lose myself trying to turn around Joe.
So when is Spider-Man supposed to come out?
Good question. I'm not sure, but we can check.
It's probably gonna be early next year, though. I guess.
Probably Spider-Man 2 Steam. Let's see. We're looking at January the 30th.
Oh, so shoot, really close.
Oh my god, and it has like a whole bunch of different third-party agreements. Yeah, it's everything regarding just the third account, PlayStation. Okay, this is gonna be one of those that require a PSN
Of
on
course.
Steam. Because now
Of
it's gonna
course.
be. I mean, granted, the first time I was like, why? They never told me we had to do it. Now they're telling you right away, hey, you want to play this game, you have to do the PSN thing. So, hey, it is what it is.
It is what it
They
is.
want to
It's- I don't-
they want to keep a tight leash on their IPs, you know.
Well, and I'm not surprised. Actually, out of all the games that Sony could have, I'm actually surprised it took this long to release on a PC. It's been over a year at this point. And the reason I say I'm surprised is it's an expensive game because of the license.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
not only is it an exclusive, which in itself already costs a lot of money just to have that game or that franchise as an exclusive, but also a third-party Marvel in this case, you know. So yeah, it has to be very expensive.
Yeah, they have to put it on the PC to make it work. I'm sure they made money, but they need not enough money to cover all the other shit.
They didn't do all the money in the world, so they have to do something
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right, Mel.
that was it. Rich, would you like to take us out of this one?
Yeah, guys, ladies, gals, gentlemen, kids, children, dogs, pets, cats, aliens. I mean Martians, like from outer space.
Did you forget the microbes?
Don't forget the microbes. Thank you so much for joining us today to talk about the Xbox partner preview. Mel, thank you for the 2 surprises, especially Vampire Survivors and the Castlevania DLC. That looks amazing. And what is it called? It's not Star Citizen. What was the other one that you showed me?
Squadron 42.
Squadron 42. That actually looks very, very good. I hope it's not too simple so I can jump on it.
It probably won't
Thank
be that simmy compared to Star Citizen, which is very simmy.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and hope to see you guys next week. Mel?
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to come here next week, and hopefully I'll try to do some streaming on Thursday.
What are you going to stream?
I'm debating on either going back to Space Marine for streaming, or just doing a whole Unsatisfactory stream. But that's a hard
No, Mel.
take.
I think you're thinking about this the wrong way.
Well,
I'll tell you why.
why.
We're really close to Halloween. You should be playing a scary game.
Sure enough. Sure enough. We should stream Phasmophobia.
Oh shit! Actually, next Thursday is gonna be actual Halloween.
Yeah,
So this Thursday might be too early.
true. A little bit too early, but not so far away. So maybe. So yeah, thank you everyone for taking a look, listening to us ramble about the games and what happened with the Xbox partner preview. And this has been Power Up Show, and hopefully we'll be here next week with more shenanigans. Very close to Halloween, and well, as always, I say, keep on gaming, and take care. The Rich, thank you very much for joining us always, and we'll be in touch. Phasmophobia.
Sayonara.